Hello my dear students and welcome to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Shagufta Jaipuri and we are studying the chapter Electrolysis for ICSE class 10, and we are on part 4 of the chapter Electrolysis, in which we will study electrolysis of molten or fused lead bromide. Now here you can see the apparatus of electrolysis of lead bromide. So can you see here a silica crucible? Okay, so here is a silica crucible which is heated slowly. In the silica crucible we have kept lead bromide. Okay, so when we are constantly heating it slowly, so lead bromide becomes molten. Okay, it melts. So now it is in molten state. You all should remember that lead bromide in solid state, that is PbBr2, okay, doesn't ionizes in the solid state and hence it cannot conduct electricity. That is why we have to melt it. So that is why in the silica crucible we take molten lead bromide, okay, and we continuously keep on heating it slowly from outside to keep it in the molten state. Now here there are two electrodes. So you can see this is anode. So anode is a graphite electrode made up of graphite. Now cathode, mostly it is graphite, but you can take iron also. So two inert electrodes of graphite, it is connected with a key and a battery, and an ammeter is connected to note down that constant current is flowing. So if we provide current of 3 amperes and we heat it at 380. Now why 380? Because melting point of lead bromide is 380 degrees Celsius. That is why we have to heat it at 380 or above, so as to melt the lead bromide so that its ions are formed. Now see here, this lead bromide, when it is heated, okay, and current is passed through it, it forms lead ions Pb plus 2 and bromine ions Br minus 1. Now just balance it. So it forms 1 ion of lead plus 2 and 2 bromide ions. Okay, so this is what happens here. Okay, so now we have Pb plus 2 ions and Br minus ions in the electrolytic cell. Now what happens at cathode? Now children, you know cathode is a negative electrode. Okay, so this is a negative electrode. So what will go towards negative electrode? The positive ions will move towards negative electrode. Now cathode gives the electrons, okay, and lead ions need electrons. So at cathode what happens? Pb plus 2 goes there and accepts 2 electrons to form neutral lead metal. Okay, so this is one atom of neutral lead. So this now gets deposited here. Okay, so as the reaction proceeds, this lead keeps on depositing here. Okay, because cathode donates electrons and this lead is accepting these electrons to form neutral atom of lead. Okay, now what happens at anode? Now we all know anode is a positive electrode. So now what will go towards positive electrode? Your bromine. Okay, so bromide ion has an extra electron, so it gives away its electron, okay, because anode accepts electron and it forms neutral bromine atom. Okay, now two such bromine atoms react together to form bromine molecule, and hence red brown vapors of bromine are released here, okay, at this electrode. So here silver grey metal gets deposited and here reddish brown gas gets evaporated. So you should always remember that these number of electrons should be same. So if it has taken 2 electrons, it should lose 2 electrons. You can also write, see, there are 2 bromide ions which gives 2 electrons to form bromine gas. So always remember that these number of electrons remains same. So electrons gained should be equal to electrons lost. So that is why when this lead bromide dissociates in the electrolyte, one lead ion converts into neutral atom and two bromide ions donates these two electrons and forms bromine gas here. Okay. So you should remember few things here, that the current that is flowing is 3 amperes, the temperature is 380 degrees Celsius or above, the two rods are graphite rods, the electrodes are graphite rods, and the electrolyte is molten lead bromide, and it is kept in silica crucible and constant heat is given. Now let's discuss some frequently asked questions from this section. So the first question that comes is, why the crucible is made up of silica? So here you can see this. So the silica crucible looks something like this, in which two electrodes are kept. You can see the reddish brown vapors of bromine escaping. So why is silica chosen? Because it is non-reactive, it can withstand high temperature, and it is almost a non-conductor of electricity. So you have to write all these 3 points when you are asked why the crucible is made up of silica. And let's go ahead and read our next question. The next frequently asked question on this topic is, why lead bromide is taken in fused or molten state? We have already discussed this, but let's see how you have to write the answer. So solid lead bromide is a non-conductor of electric current. So first you will write that solid lead bromide is a non-conductor of electric current since its ions are not free. So ions are not free, but they are held together by what? By a strong electrostatic force of attraction. We know that lead bromide is made up of lead ions and bromide ions, and these two ions are held together by electrostatic force of attraction. Now, lead bromide is an ionic compound and can conduct electricity only when the ions are free to move. So whenever these ions are free to move, then only it can conduct electricity. Now when they will be free to move? Not in the solid state, but in either molten or in aqueous solution. Okay, so whenever lead bromide is melted, okay, its ions are free, or whenever it is mixed with water, that is, it is an aqueous solution of lead bromide, then the ions are free to move and then only it will conduct electricity. That is why we take it in fused or molten state. Now, lead bromide has a relatively low melting point, we just now saw. So, and positive lead ions, that is cations, move towards the cathode and gain electrons to become lead metal. So you have to mention the electrostatic force of attraction in solid, and in molten or aqueous state you have to mention that the ions are free to move. Now the next question that is asked is, the electrodes are inert in nature and made of graphite. So why the electrodes are made up of graphite? So we should write the electrodes are made of graphite or inert since they should not take part in the reaction. The electrodes itself should not take part in the reaction, otherwise what happens? They would prevent the discharge of the respective ions. Okay, so we need the discharge of ions. So at cathode we need the discharge of lead ions and it forms lead metal, and at anode we want the discharge of bromine vapors. So it should be inert so that it does not prevent the discharge of the respective ions. Now graphite rod is preferred to other inert electrodes. Now there are other inert electrodes also like platinum, etc. So why have we chosen only graphite? Why? Because graphite is unaffected by the reactive bromine vapors. We all know that bromine vapors are very strong and graphite remains unaffected by the reactive bromine vapors. Okay, that is why we choose inert and graphite. So let us recapitulate all the points. Let us look into it in very detail. So the first thing is, the crucible is made up of silica. So this you should remember. The electrodes are made up of graphite. So we have taken inert electrodes. Okay, we should constantly provide heat and maintain a temperature of 380 degrees Celsius so that this lead bromide is always in molten state. So these things we should keep in mind. you have understood and you have remembered also all the points of electrolysis of lead bromide. It is very easy. Please watch our next video for the electrolysis of acidified water or water which has dilute sulfuric acid into it. And if you have not watched the earlier videos of electrolysis where we have discussed in detail about the process and the principle of electrolysis, first go and watch that. Then you will understand electrolysis of lead bromide very well. In our coming lectures, we are talking about the electrolysis of acidified water and copper sulfate, and also we will be talking about different applications of electrolysis. So if you have liked the video, please give your comments in the comment section below. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do it right away and don't forget to tap on the bell icon. Share the video with all of your friends and keep the learning on. Thank you and have a nice day.